The AT Pro's target ID legend and the target ID cursor indicate a target's probable identity. When you swing across a target, iron objects or ferrous objects are going to indicate more toward the left. You'll see the target ID cursor above this iron. It's jumping around. It's a little bit inconsistent, but it's more toward the left side in the iron range. Versus as you go over a more conductive item such as silver, it's going to indicate more toward the right side of the scale there. The upper notch and the digital ID correspond right around 90. So they're in harmony with each other. Those two go hand in hand. And again, as you go to a more ferrous item, this iron, it's going to move more toward the left or the lower end of the number scale. Now, all targets are going to be reported and going to be shown on this. If I've gone into a coins mode where I've got a lot of discrimination set, the upper scale is still going to report that iron. You see the cursor jumping around that piece of iron in the 30, 32, 35. You still see that it's there. It's still reported by the target ID, but it's not audibly reported. Now this digital target ID number simply gives you more target information. That 2-digit number corresponds with the upper scale target ID, whether it's over a conductive coin like this or over a piece of iron. You're still seeing the two in harmony. The number there, it's a more precise number, gives you a little more resolution of what you're finding, versus the upper row being a little more coarse blocks. This is very defined, which can help you when you're looking for a specific target, specific coins. You might want to focus in more specifically on those numbers. Now the AT Pro's digital target ID, it's another piece of information as you're hunting. You need to take into account the fact that there are a lot of variables that can affect digital target IDs on any detector. And that would include ground mineralization. How mineralized is the ground? How level are you swinging your coil? How level is the ground itself? Is it rising and falling? Is it fairly flat? You've also got target orientation. If it's a coin, is it flat or is it standing on edge in the ground? All these kind of things can affect target ID. So what you see on an air test can and will change when you get into the ground hunting conditions outside, but it's a good piece of data to have. The AT Pro also produces 3 different audible sounds to help distinguish a target. Its conductivity and its metal type are going to give you either a low tone, a mid tone, or a high tone, based on what it's made of. The low tone is going to be for things like iron and steel, nails, and I'm going to go across this in standard mode. I've also got a nickel here that's going to indicate a mid-tone or a medium-tone item. A nickel could also be small jewelry or foil or gold. All those things would hit in the mid-tone. And then for the high tone, I've got a silver quarter over there. That's obviously going to be your more conductive item. So in standard mode, let's listen to the low tone, the medium tone, and the high tone. There's your low tone for iron, and then medium, and then high. Okay, now I'll put this in pro mode because there's a little bit of a difference here. Again, low, medium, and then high. Iron, medium, and high is more of a high tone and less of a bell tone. And I'll put this back in standard so you can hear the difference. That's high tone in standard and pro. A proportional high sound to it. So the audible sounds there on the AT Pro also help you distinguish your targets, as well as the digital target ID and the upper scale target identity.